Okay, welcome everybody. We are now live. We are very glad and very happy to be here today in this live call. Hopefully, there will be many people who are going to watch this live, but if it's not, it's no problem because we are very welcome everybody who is going to watch the stream from the recording, of course. And the recording will be immediately available as we just finished the stream. So if anyone was miss it for some reason, no problem. It's later, everybody can watch it as many times as they want, because that is today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very, very important call. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Gabor Wenzel. I am the marketing director of the European Prive International branch, and I'm delighted to set up this call and have some very, very special guests with me here in the studio. First, let me introduce to you Mr. Andrew Coe, and he is the COO of Prive International Europe. And then we have another very special guest, Mr. Nathan. He is from the Philippines, and Nathan have the privilege now that to be actually in the office in Malaysia with his tight leader group from the Philippines, and they can have probably a very, very good time, and have some really fun, there. That's very good. But most of all, I really would like to thank you, our most precious guest today, Mr. Soma, who is actually the best advisor and the best expert regarding our iTera Care device. And we was asked him to come here today and hopefully answer all of your questions. So first of all, again, if some people have questions, if you have any question, please just make a comment, then we will see that comment, okay, and then we will be able to answer them. Of course, if anyone was give permission to StreamYard to use their identity, that means that if I can bring in the comment, it will not going to look like this. Okay? So it will going to show your profile picture and your name as well, but that's fine. So that is okay. So even without this, welcome any question. If someone actually don't have maybe sound, that's a very simple solution. There is a little speaker icon in the video in the bottom right screen. Just please click on it, and then magically you will have sound. Okay, so that sometimes it's just muted in default. Okay, now, so first of all, before we actually get into the business, then there is another important announcement here, but you can read in the bottom of my screen, okay? And allow me just a very, very, very short intro before we can, get into the very, very important questions and answers. So this is not a support call, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to learn, okay? And we are here to actually leverage that absolutely tremendous knowledge what Mr. Soma have about this device and technology, and every one of us can learn. Every one of us, of course, want to learn and want to know more about how to use this wonderful product what we have. But let me just warn all of you for one thing. First of all, this is a network marketing business. Network marketing is about duplication. Okay, we used to say that it doesn't matter, what is works. It is matters what it can be duplicated. That is what is really matters. Okay, so I'm really advising to you all that don't want to be an expert. You don't want to be an expert. Okay, you don't need to be an expert. Okay, really not, because that's really not duplicatable. Okay, people cannot duplicate that, because there's, if I really need to memorize that many things, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. So I will rather say that, even sounds a little bit strange, you need to act like a policeman in an intersection. Okay, you just need to guide the traffic. Okay, if you have this question, go there. If you have that question, go there. So just click on there, watch this video, read this article, whatever. So the best thing what you can do is to learn what you can find and where. Okay, then you will be able to effectively guide the people to the right information. But you don't want to be the expert, okay? And believe me, I learned, during the years that even when I know the answer exactly, and I will be able to answer it, I would rather say, listen, just go there, watch this video, okay, or read this material, and you will find your answers, okay? Because that anyone can do, right? But to answer the question in detail, not everybody can do, of course, So Mr. Soma is an expert, okay? He has the background, he has the background and he has the knowledge and years of tens, decades of experience regarding these kind of matters. So, I mean, it's amazing and we can learn a lot from him. But again, this is not the goal to make you something similar like him, okay? Because no, of course not. So everybody is unique and he's especially very unique. So that's it. Another thing, obviously, we would welcome any question what is coming, in the stream. But again, let me just advise you about one thing, okay? Yes, we know we still have a lots of challenges. Yes, we know we still have some rough edges which need to be smoother and so on. And believe with us that we are working on it and we will get better. Okay, we will get better. But let me just emphasize one thing. And again, come back to the principles of network marketing. Okay, even if you have some very negative experience right now, even if you are maybe upset or something like that, please, I ask you, do not make a negative comment, okay? That's not good for anyone. The basic principle for network marketing is the following, okay? Any negativity, any concern only goes upwards, okay? Only upwards, to your sponsor, to your upline. Never, ever go down line, and especially not cross line. So cross lines, we used to say, they are friends, lovely, we are in the same boat, but we can only speak about the family. So if you are not in someone's team, then speak only about the family. How is your family? Okay, that's it. Don't talk about the business with cross lines. No. And don't be like some people. We have a very good saying for that, in Hungary. We say is that, if someone has his cow died, he might want the neighbor that his cow will die too. Okay? So don't be like that. Okay? Don't be like that, please. So that's very, very important. Okay. So, okay. Now, so let's just get started then. So first of all, I want to ask Mr. Nathan to introduce himself a little bit. Just tell us what is his vision and what is his adventure so far with this wonderful product and with Prive International. So please, Nathan, go ahead.
Thank you, Gabor, for that wonderful introduction there. And to all our partners, users, and leaders in Europe, I'd like to really commend your commitment and thank you for staying with us. Yeah, I'm from the Philippines. My name is Nathan. I started last year September when Miss Glory introduced this to me, and she knows at the very beginning that I don't like to do any networking anymore, any MLM. But when I saw the product, I did my research, and I told her, "Yeah, I'm gonna look into this. This is very interesting. This is very powerful." Because the catch is about energy. She talked about energy. She talked about frequency. It caught my attention. So the first product I got was September 9th, and I lent it to my uncle. My uncle, which is my wife's uncle, had this Parkinson's, hardly move, limping, has tremors. And I said, "You just blow. I don't even know exactly how to blow. I was just watching Mr. Soma's video. It was all him and no Mr. Sam. So we're just following what he said. That's all. Even Rashid. So he was starting blowing that. On the fourth day, he was able to cross his leg and raise his both hands. Less tremor, less. I said, wow, that's just fourth day. On the 15th day, he was able to drive his car and able to run back and forth. It was totally mind blowing. And so everybody in our community, in our church, knew about this. So everybody started to buy. So there was a massive orders coming from us, from these people. And so I said, this is amazing. What is happening here? It's truly amazing. And so we started doing this business. From there on, now we're expanding all over the world. Now I'm a person that I love to share with people. I love talking to people. I love empowering people. That's my background. I've been long years in marketing, business development. I'm an entrepreneur, a lot of training and sales and those stuff. But the thing that really caught me here is the amazing technology and how we can bring this to the world in a powerful, faster way. If you compare this with other products, every product out there is amazing. Every company would say we have an amazing product. But what sets you apart if everybody's taking it and everybody's rubbing it and everybody's doing the same thing? This one is totally different. And once you take a hold of this product and you start blowing this on your body, it's almost an instant. Even in America, they call this a magic, like a magic wand. It is truly in that sense because the body responds. Every cell in our body is a battery. That's the background of Mr. Andrew. Every cell in our body is a battery. It's a mini battery, and every battery, every cell, as we know, has frequencies. And the question is your cell, all right? Is it being activated or is it being deactivated? Is it desonating or resonating? And this iTerra Care simply resonates. When you say resonance, there is basically like a communication between two entities, right? So when you turn on the blower, all right, it starts communicate in an unseen level, in a frequency energy level. So what happens to our cells? Our cells begins to what? Begins to vibrate, right? They're like happy. Wow, we're beginning to feel this. What's going on? Now, when the cells are charged, the cells begin to become highly functional. We call it optimized. So when cells are optimized, they begin to function well inside the body. And not just that, because of the heat, there is a heat in this blower. The heat shocks the body, so the body can produce heat shock proteins, and these heat shock proteins begins to function well in the body, and they allow the cells to truly be balanced. There is equalization in the body, and those that are not within the equal terms, they begin to be detoxified. It begins to be flushed outside of the body. And in that sense, it's truly amazing when you see that all these wonderful things are coming together when you start blowing this in your body. And for me, what makes a product great? When people start to talk about it. My neighbors are talking about this, my friends, my families, my father, 170, blood pressure. That's normal, man. When it goes down, it's a miracle. And that's a normal. It's like a ticking bomb. But when it started using the iTerra Care, it went down to 140. Now it's 130, 135. That's amazing. My mom, who cannot sleep well, and this is years, she sleeps 4 hours, 2 hours in a night. All right. She can hardly sleep. And when she started using the device, she can sleep like a baby. That is amazing. You can spend so much money in pills and whatever. So these are testimonies from my family, and I share this to my friends. And when I started sharing this, without even talking much about the technicalities of the device, because people will say, what is this and that and that? Sometimes it becomes very complicated. But again, I show them, hey, look at my mom, look at my dad, look at my uncle, look at my neighbor, look at our pastor, look at her this and that and that. And everybody will say, yeah, what, I want to have that too. And so there is this natural organic growth, and we do everything online. It's not, I only have less face-to-face demonstration. Everything is online. I saw Gabor online. It was all online, everything on Zoom. And we started expanding US, Canada. The Europe market is so powerful now because of Mr. Gabor and everybody. The Philippines is growing well, and everything is done online. We have a very powerful opportunity here. So you are in the right place at the right time. And I'm in Malaysia right now. I'm with the board of directors, with the owners of the company. We just had a talk about the branch in the Philippines and expanding all over the world. A lot of great things are happening. The vision of the company, so we become one of the top companies in the world, expanding to many countries. And we're not just talking about iTerra Care, the one. There are many products coming in unimaginable products. The limit is not the sky. It's how we think more about it. It's the innovation, the creativity of the team, of the company and the owners. And so we are on track. So my encouragement is, go. Yeah, this is a product that all you need to do is be guided. Yes, we have a lot of challenges along the way because we are starting, but guys, hang on, because we are doing our best. The company is doing the best. You just have to flow with it. And this is a good thing. We're a new company, and it's good to grow with a new company because there's a lot of potential, a lot of room to improve. That is my encouragement to everybody. The product works. The product is invasive. You don't need to rub whatever. Just blow it, hover it in your body, and shut up. That's it. You will feel the difference. And the more you share, the more you do it because you care, because you love sharing this to people, the more people will come to you and they will say, "Yeah, thank you for sharing this to me, because this is truly helping my physical body." And so this is a time of really understanding way beyond what is being taken. It's something that energy is doing in their physical body per se using this device. So yeah, that is my sharing, and thank you so much for that opportunity.
Thank you, Nathan. That was really amazing. Really, really, really appreciate your words. And let me just get the opportunity to welcome our international CMO as well, Victor. You in the call. Welcome, Victor. That's amazing. And we have a lots of questions are coming. That's very, very good. So Dr. Soma can be ready. But first, I just want to shortly, Andrew or Victor, if you guys want to share some thoughts with us, just please go ahead, and then we can just move to the questions and answers part. So any one of you, just please go ahead. I really appreciate that you are in the call. So absolutely.
Hi, I'm Andrew. Good afternoon. I'm in Warsaw, Poland. Let me give you an update regarding about the branch that is going to set up in Poland. We are now in the process of getting the business registered. It'll be probably out by next week, and then after that we'll be looking at offices to set up a branch office, and by then we'll be having a warehouse, and which there'll be stocks coming in. Before that, we already have we'll be doing in the process of registering the 4 devices that we be distributing or selling over in Europe. So this is the update now. For the meantime, I will update you as the time comes in. Thank you.
Okay, Andrew, thank you very much. Victor, maybe a few words from your side.
Yes, hello everyone. Hi, this is Victor from Malaysia, and I'm so excited to be on this call. And I just want to tell you guys, it is truly an honor to be on this call, to be part of this company. And I have been in the direct selling for about 20 years. Okay, and I see something very very special over here with Prive International. And I just want to share with you, okay, right? And those of you who are on this call and watching this live, okay, I want to tell you that you are very very fortunate. Why? Now let me share with you a few stories. Now the first story is this. You know, uh, uh, Bill Gates in the 70s when he first founded Microsoft. At that time, he only had MS DOS. He doesn't even have Windows yet. Okay, right? And he said, I want to put a PC computer in every single home around the world. Okay, and mind you, Bill Gates was not the first person who invented the PC computer. It was someone else. Okay, but it didn't matter. Why? Because it was Bill Gates who was the first one who took the PC computer to the world, and that's why up until today he is still number one. Okay, right now, in terms of watches, okay, I mean, I'm not too sure if any of you know about the history of watches. Okay, now Switzerland is very very famous about in inventing in watches. Okay, right now, but the country that sells the most watches right now is Japan. Okay, why? Because of digital watches. Okay, but the question is, do you know who actually invented the first digital watch in the world? It was Switzerland. Okay, Switzerland invented the first digital watch, and they put a display in a watch expo. Okay, no one wanted it. Okay, and the Japanese bought the technology and started selling it. Okay, right? So it is not important who invented the first technology, but it is important who introduced first to the world. Right? Okay. Same thing over here. Our factory, Lesang in China, they invented the technology, right? But Prive International is the first and only company who took the technology around the world. And I tell you, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge, guys. Okay, right? Now, when things are growing big, they are growing pains, right? Just like some of you who have teenagers who have children and growing from a toddler to teenage, they are growing pains. Okay, and similarly, when you work your muscles, okay, in order for your muscles to grow, your muscle has to be broken, and there is pain in it. Okay, now pain is the presence of growth, right? Okay, and I want to salute you guys. I salute, I mean, especially for Gabo, yeah, and for all the leaders in Europe, okay, right, for growing it with us through this temporary pain, okay, as we work through these things, and I can definitely see great things coming up over here. Okay, now if it takes Bill Gates 30 years to put a PC computer in every home, I tell you, it will only take Prive International between 5 to 10 years in putting a terahertz device in every single home around the world. Okay, right? Now the question is, it is not whether you want to be with us or not. The question is, how many countries do you want to bring this into? That is a question. Okay, right? So I'm once again, I'm truly honored to be in this call. Okay, and I look forward to see you guys in person soon. Yeah, so back to you, Mr. Gabo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Victor. Absolutely. So now we are going to get into the exciting part. But first, before we get there, let me just play for you guys a very short clip, okay, video clip, just to remind you for the very, very important rule here.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prive International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prive International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.
Okay, so that's it. And now, well, with that, so I immediately just pull in the first question. So, and that's it, as we can hear. So it is better that the blue light from iTera is direct on the skin, or is the same if you're wearing clothes? So, Mr. Soma, it is your turn now.
Yeah. First of all, today, good evening and welcome everyone. I humbly apologize because today, of all the days, I'm at the peak of my sore throat. I was away on work for 2 weeks to an area which the humidity and the heat was terrible. And upon coming back just about 2 days ago, immediately I had this sore throat. But I cannot miss the chance of being among the esteemed speakers, in the company of the esteemed speakers here. And Mr. Gabo, Mr. Victor, they specifically told that I still need to be here. So I humbly apologize if my voice is not too good. So to start it off, the first question. Now, basically, the blue light, it has got no effect whatsoever on the device or the person, right? So it is just, what shall I say, target light, where it is just targeting the area where you're showing the device and you're hitting the right spot. That's about it. So whether you're hitting on the skin or whether you're hitting on this clothes, it doesn't matter. It's just that you're pointing to that area which you need treatment. That's about it.
Okay, so actually the next question I think is already answered, because again, the next question is the same. So that there is any healing function of the blue light or does not. So I think we get a clear answer. So even if some people are like to spread that, but it's not. Okay, so please.
Yeah, can I just answer that?
Yeah.
Basically, the blue light, a lot of people, especially on the Western Hemisphere, they are quite particularly interested in the blue light because I suppose that many have used the blue light as a therapy. So when it comes to the blue light in this device, they're quite worried whether it will have any effect. Now, basically, when you're talking about blue light, there is the intensity of the blue light. Now, they would probably use a higher intensity for the means of for therapy. So basically, this blue light which is on the device is not of high intensity. It is just a target light where it doesn't serve any other function except to show where you're pointing to. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is an interesting one. So I'm often asked by my clients where the terahertz is generated. Can you explain? Is there a chip inside?
Now, basically, if you look at the advertisements or information given, they will probably be talking about first terahertz technology, then is quantum technology, and then it is crystal quartz technology. Now, basically, the part where the wire is getting in, electrical wire, so that's the motor which first blows the air downwards. Now, secondly, you have the three-level switch where it can create heat as required. But when it goes down the chamber, especially where it passes the part where it is joined together, the center, now that area, that chamber is where everything counts. That is where the crystal quartz is. And it contains a lot of various kinds of metal and minerals where when the air is blown in the chamber, blown into it and out, then it creates that terahertz energy which is there, and when it comes out, it contains the terahertz energy. So basically, it's a chamber which has that terahertz energy. As you blow it down, as it comes out, it collects the terahertz energy and comes out and goes onto the body. Can you understand what I'm trying to say?
So we can say
Last,
that basically there is no chip involved in that process,
no
right?
chip, no
Yeah.
chip.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So the next question comes from Verichka. Hello, Verichka. Thank you for the question.
Now,
Okay. So
now basically, we are not looking at whether it's hypo or hyper. Now, what we are looking at is when you're healthy, it is natural. When you're unhealthy or diseased or sick, then it's not natural, unnatural. So whether it's hyper or hypo, it's unnatural. So this terahertz energy will bring back the body to natural, which means it works in both the areas. So it can be the same point, but it works to bring it to neutral or natural. Okay.
thank you. So the next question is that what effect does the crystal tube contribute to it? Is the crystal tube effect depending on the selected heating?
Now the crystal tube is, you can say that it doesn't change with the heating. It is there where when the air is blown through it, it collects the terahertz energy and brings it out. Now the heat is created at the back where you can create different levels of heat. So it's got nothing to do with the heat, the crystal tube.
Okay.
Yes.
So next question is that always discussions that how long need wave the water, direct the water or the glass. How long if it is not a 250 milliliter glass, if it is a 1 liter bottle? So,
Now, basically, if you look, in YouTube, if you were to type Soma iTeracare YouTube, there will be 4 basic videos. Now, there in one of the videos, I'm showing how it is blown, how long it takes to have some effect on the water. So people have said 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So I did a trial experimentation, and I found that blowing a minimum of 1 minute gives you the minimum amount of energy required, which works. So even if you blow a minimum of 1 minute, it works. Now, secondly, we have tested up to 5 liters. It means 1 liter, 2 liters, 3 liters, 5 liters. Even up to 5 liters, 1 minute is sufficient. But if you need to blow more, no problem. Now, why 5 liters? People might ask. Now, normally, when you carry 5 liters, is heavy enough. If you go beyond that, it's quite heavy for most people. So they wouldn't be carrying more than 5 liters. Is that okay?
okay, thank you very much. So again, next question is, Tan My Bond, welcome. So if it is necessary to move the device only in clockwise direction, or we can move it either ways?
Now, many people have said varying things. Now, when I went to India, people are talking about blowing anti-clockwise. Now I asked them why anti-clockwise. So they were mentioning some things. Now I asked, in this case, when we are using our iTeracare device, it doesn't matter whether you're blowing clockwise or anti-clockwise. The idea here is to get that energy into you. That's about it. Nothing else. So it doesn't matter whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise, as long as it's moving in a circular motion.
Okay, the next question is very, very interesting one actually. So it's there are different companies which offer also device which looking the same as ITER, even cheaper. What is the difference? Well, we exactly know what is the difference, but I think here Mr. Soma can confirm what we guys have already told you a couple of times already. Okay, so please go ahead.
Now, normally when people ask us, now the product is cheaper, it's online, looks the same, can I buy? We tell them, yes, this is a democratic country, democratic world. You have the choice to buy what you like. But if it doesn't work, then you are responsible for it. So then they ask, now what's the difference? Now, we did some testing in India using a fake device. That device was selling for around, in Indian money, is about 6,000 rupees to 7,000 rupees. And the iTeracare was selling for 30,000 rupees. That means 1/5 the price of the iTeracare. Now, what we found out was, we tested it with lots and lots of people. There is no energy in those devices. That's the first part. The second part is, we also tested for radiation, and we found that those devices contain radiation compared to iTeracare, where the chamber doesn't contain any radiation, and by the time energy comes out, there is no radiation. So if you choose to buy the cheaper version, by all means, it's your choice, but it comes with the responsibility of undertaking and whatever comes with it. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I think for me that is absolutely enough. But again, just let me emphasize to anyone who still have this question in his head, just check our Facebook group. There is the certificate, which is absolutely proves that Deschank Technologies have a sole and exclusive distributor, and that is Pripe International. No one else. Okay, and no one else. Even there are some companies out there are claiming, oh yeah, we are working with Deschank too. Deschank is working for us too. Yes, they cannot prove this with anything. Zero. We always used to say, ladies and gentlemen, documentation beats any conversation. Where is the document? Where is the certificate which can prove this? Nowhere. Obviously, they cannot show it to you. Okay, so this is it. So again, let me just remind you what Dr. Soma said, and this is the most important thing. When you buy this device and use it on yourself, up to you. Up to you. You can harm yourself in any way you want. But when you are selling it to someone, that's a different ballgame. Okay, that's an entirely different ballgame. Okay, so just think about this. Okay, think about this, because with that radiation which these fake devices has, they're probably doing more damage than good, and that will be your responsibility when you're selling these fake devices. Okay, so this is all about it, and soon probably we will have another documentation as well from Deshang, which is even further prove that thing what we are just telling to you right now. Okay, now let's just move on, and then comes the next question. Okay, so how you bring the crystals who produce terahertz and quartz in the device?
What exactly is the question now?
Well,
How you bring the crystals?
actually, I don't understand
I
clearly.
don't understand this question.
So if you can please a little bit more
Precise.
direct with that questions, a little bit
More
more
precise.
details what you want to ask, actually, then will be very helpful. But until then, I will pull up the next question. So when the body detox, is it enough drink the Itera water, or need to take, for example, also zeolite to transport the bad stuff out of the body?
Now, when the body detoxes, there are two ways. One, the Itera charged water is doing a wonderful work in getting the toxins out of the body. Besides that, they also need to know that the lymphatic system needs to be working. If the lymphatic system is not working well, then you will have problem bringing out the toxins and the waste from the body. But if your lymphatic system is working well, drinking the Itera charged water is going to really help you in taking out most of the toxins and the waste, because it goes right into the cells to bring them out.
So basically, we can say it is enough if they
Enough.
only drink Itera water. So don't need to put anything into the water, anything extra. It's not needed.
The first thing is enough. The second thing is no other water works like what the Itera charged water does.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. So, okay, let's just check the next question, what we have here. So, how can I measure the energy coming out of the device? How to measure the terahertz frequency as a normal person?
Now, first of all, there are no testers which are cheap as yet. They only have it in the factories, where it's very expensive, and probably with more people using this technology, people might come out with testers which are more portable and cheaper. So as of now, we don't have a tester for this. But what I normally do is I do the energy test. Again, in one of my videos, I'm showing how to do the energy test. And if you do the test, you will know whether that device has the energy or not, which should be sufficient for now.
Okay, thank you very much. So there is no more question. We can just wait for a little bit if someone want to actually ask something more. If not, well, there is one more question I just received actually quite often, that why the company is not actually providing even more detailed instructions which is coming along with the device. For me, the answer is very, very, very obvious. I have an answer for that for everybody, but I really would like to know that what Dr. Soma will think about that, and what he's going to answer when these questions was asked to him. Okay.
Now, basically, regarding that, now this is one company which is still in its still young. Just 1 year. Today is the 11th. 1 year and 11 days. And so far, I haven't seen much companies which have grown so much in just 1 year. They actually outgrew, which means that they grew up very fast. So right now, what they're focusing on is to make sure that everyone who is looking for this device gets the device and the system is running and people come to know of the technology and they know how to use. But very soon, they will come up with more paraphernalia where people can make use of. And people also don't realize that in their back office, if they go into the account, into the back office, they go in, and click on the settings, you'll find two leaflets there. One is the iTerra K Pro leaflet, one is the iTerra Classic leaflet. It tells you a lot about the devices. Other than that, you should get into groups, especially groups where the leaders have some more information and they're always putting it in the groups so that their members can make use of. But very soon, we should be streamlining where we have a standard leaflets, booklets that people can make use of. That should be soon. And now, if you look at it today, India is already beginning to take the first step forward in streamlining everyone, where they're planning on 1 day camps where people who come there, they're going to be certified, which means that they know something about iTerra Care, they know something about using the iTerra Care, and they are safe to use it outside on other people. So they'll be taught how to use, what to do, what not to do, and the syllabus will be drawn up. And this could be the standard syllabus where in many other countries you might use them for training. All that is in the works and should be out soon. Thank you.
Okay, so again, guys, you just remember that short video clip that I was just played, So always think about this, okay? So this is not a medical device. This is a home appliance. Just imagine what kind of effect we'll have if the device is coming with a very thick and very detailed manual. Some eyebrows will be very, very up for sure. So we don't want that. But again, as just Dr. Soma said, you always can find the right information in your groups. Okay, so these are these groups for. Okay, now next question here. Okay, so can we use it if have root canal and amalgam fillings?
Now, basically, we advise people who have got implants in their body not to use in those areas. Now, the reason being, uh, most of that implants are in the body, and if something happens, then you have no knowledge of what's going on, and it might create some problem. But when it comes to the teeth, it is there where you can see. So even if there's something wrong there, you can get it done. So that's one thing. The other thing is, normally what happens is you're using it temporarily till you go and see the dentist again. Because ultimately, you will still have to see him to get it corrected. But it will help you in the initial stage to bring down the inflammation, give you some relief from the pain. So is that okay?
Yes, thank you very much. So
Yeah.
again, I just accidentally skipped one question here. So is the iTerra losing his power after using it for months or years, or always should be the same?
Now, from what I know of the crystal quartz, it should be always the same. It doesn't diminish. Now, what is going to diminish is if you don't take care of the device. Now, if you're going to drop it, it shatters. You let water enter, shatters. It's hot. You store when it's hot, then it diminishes. But the crystal quartz does not diminish in power.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So again, a very specific question actually that please make a video to use device for patients suffering from vitiligo or say leukodermia. I don't know, maybe you can have this video already in your side.
Now, basically, there is a video out of the 4 videos which I have put on YouTube. One is showing how if a person is not familiar, doesn't know anything, where to blow. And another one is if you are looking for specific areas, specific diseases, how you blow. They're both on YouTube. And we have also got some, what do you call that? Some material which is going around. It's about 53 pages and it's telling them where to blow in specific problems. Maybe he needs to get in touch with someone who can pass it to him.
Okay, so the next question is actually about this very specific area of the body. So it's I can completely understand if somebody is about concerning have concerns about that.
Yeah. Now, basically, any implant, we tell them not to focus on those areas because we just do not know what is the quality of the material. Now, if you know exactly the quality, that it has got no problem with heat, it travels energy, by all means use it. But we do not know. So since we do not know, avoid it because if you run into any issues, definitely Prive International and all the independent contractors will not be responsible.
Thank you. So that's the correct answer, ladies and gentlemen. That always, if somebody have a concern like this, it's better to always say, "Do not do it." Okay, avoid
Avoid
to
it.
blow on that certain area. Okay, you can blow anywhere else, but not there. Okay,
Correct.
but if you want to try, that's only at your own risk. Okay,
At your own
that's it.
responsibility.
Okay. So next question is that where to start treatment on the body if you're very sensitive to detox and your whole body is basically sick.
Now, this is a rare occurrence. Normally, people who have a condition called Lyme's disease will have this problem where the whole body is having problem, right? Now, if this is the case, now what you might do is same as you want to step into a hot bath. What you do is you put one finger in, you see if the water is hot, and then you put a little bit more, and then a little bit more until you put everything inside. So similarly, start small. That means instead of blowing 20 minutes, you blow maybe 5 minutes. See what's the reaction. If you're okay with it, keep to that for about 2 weeks. And then if you're fine with that, then slowly increase and come up to a level where you can do at least a minimum of 20 minutes. That should be fine.
Okay. So thank you. And I just need some assistance from Nathan for a second because someone wants to know that where is Mr. Soma's video. So Nathan, if you can just copy that YouTube channel link for us and put it into the private chat here in the room, then I will put it into a footer. Okay, and then everybody will find it. Okay.
You
So
type
please.
Terahertz space Soma space YouTube. There'll be
Okay.
4 there.
Just copy the link and then I will be making a quick
Yeah.
footer in the bottom of the screen. Okay, but then we can just basically go to the next question and probably that's the last one. Okay, because I know that whole big effort is needed to speak with a sore throat like that. So I really
No problem.
appreciate what Mr. Toma is doing right now. So I hear that the ITERA can eliminate the spike protein from the COVID vaccines. I didn't hear that, but I don't know.
No,
Let's see what Mr. Soma is telling to us.
the company has never claimed that. We have never claimed that. And there's no material or any research done on that to say that the ITERA can eliminate spike protein. So I think this question is not valid. Now, what we have said is it boosts your immune system and protects you against a lot of things, including viruses.
Okay, guys. So as you can see it here, then that is the bottom of the screen is actually actually is the YouTube channel link. I know it's a bit difficult with that, but maybe just you just put in the YouTube search that Mr. Soma or something, and then I think probably we're gonna find it. Okay. So again, it's another question here is about Lyme disease, I think, which just so which point? Okay.
Now, Lyme disease is a very difficult disease to cure. I know one person in Ireland who has this problem. I've actually been in touch with this person for quite some time now, and it's one disease where it affects you throughout the whole body, and you do not know. It's just about everywhere that you need to treat. So I would suggest that if you're going to start somewhere, because it's almost everywhere that you have a problem in this kind of diseases. So a good point to start with is to boost your immune system. Start with your immune system, then go on to your lymph nodes, because the lymph nodes will probably help to remove whatever toxins are inside there, and then go to the affected areas. That will be a good start.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we really need to finish that session by now, especially we are almost at the 1 hour mark, and we need to allow Mr. Soma to get rest and maybe blow his throat, to fantastic device, of course, absolutely. But, I can promise you guys that we will going to repeat that call very soon, maybe in a week or two, okay? So then hopefully then Mr. Soma will be healed perfectly by then, and then we can then he can maybe endure a little bit longer and more questions. But I really appreciate your efforts, and I think we already learned a lot about from your wisdom. That's very obvious. And again, I just really want to finish the call with one last thing. I just want to say, based on this answers and based on these questions, that guys, sometimes people really want to look even more into this device, what as it is actually. Okay, so again, please just treat any kind of these claims, any kind of this very out of the blue things, just that be skeptical, and before you are starting to duplicate it and starting to share it, please always ask your upline, always ask someone who has authority in that matter, that this is true or not. Can I promote this or not? Can I share this or not? So always, okay? So please treat that always with some healthy skepticism, okay? That's the best thing what everybody can do. And again, we need to be very careful about talking things like healing and cures and things like that. We really don't want that. What we can do and what we are allowed to do is to share our personal testimonials. Okay, I can share my testimony. Listen, I started to use this device, this and that was my problem, and now, listen, it's just gone. Why and how? I don't have a clue, really, but it works. It works. If it is work for you, I don't know. You have to try. Okay, that's what we can do. Okay, that's what we can do, and basically anyone can do that. Okay, really. Okay, so that is my advice to you all. So again, thank you for everybody to watching us live. I would like to thank you all of our guests to be with us here today. That call obviously will be found in the Facebook group. The recording will be available immediately from any of you to watch it again and again and again.
Yes.
And again, I promise that we are going to share this. So I don't know, Victor, Andrew, do you want to say something by the end? Just please go ahead.
Yes, I do have something to share. Okay, right? And I get this question a lot. Okay, a lot of people, when they get their device, okay, right? They look for friends who are critically ill to do the treatment. Okay, and when we do our presentation, we always say, these certain groups of people we do not encourage to do the treatment on them. Okay, and people ask us and say, since you guys say the device is so great, yeah, it can activate healthy cells and it can identify bad cells and destroy it. Why can't we use it on people who are critically ill? Okay, why? Because a lot of members when they got hold of the device, they are so excited. Okay, they look for people to do the treatment for. Okay, and the people that they look for are always people who are almost there. If you know what I mean, yeah, who are almost there, who are halfway there. Okay, now my question is, okay, so the thing is, my answer is, it is not that we can't do the treatment on them. Okay, it's more on avoiding having problems or issues. Okay, right? Because the question is, we do not know when is time's up for that person. Okay, what happened if that person that you do the treatment on, okay, who is critically ill, with or without doing the treatment, he will say bye bye to you tomorrow. Okay,
Exactly.
and so happen you blow him and he go and he say bye bye to you the next day. Who will be responsible for the whole thing? Right? Okay. So yeah,
I would like to use one sentence. We have come to the point of no return.
yeah, correct.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we always say is, this is a health management device. We do not claim to cure any diseases. Okay, right? Now, which market is bigger? Yeah, those who are lying on the bed in a hospital, or those who are on the road. If you get what I mean, okay, right? So the market is a lot bigger in terms of health management, helping people to choose prevention than cure. That's our market. Okay, right? Okay. So that's the last thing I want to share with you guys.
Thank you very much. So again, absolutely thank you for your words, Victor. Again, guys, common sense, healthy self-defense or self-preservation always must prevail. Okay, always. Be always a little bit skeptical. Okay, especially before you are sharing something. Okay, I know that people are really like to share this fake news on the Facebook. There is a lot of them. But this is fake news is just fake news. But if you're starting to sharing wrong information about the device, that will be bad for us, because it will be a serious blowback on us. Okay, so please don't do that, and be a little bit skeptical always. Okay, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Okay, I wish you a very, very happy and very nice weekend. Okay, and of course, from Monday we start working again, and I'm looking forward to meet all of you at the Monday evening Zoom product presentation. Okay, so thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay.